Well, good morning. As we all know, New York has always been where the future happens first. And steps that we've taken recently in the fields that are shaping our future, not just the future of our city, but of our entire society, will, I think, keep that true for decades to come. And that includes the new applied science campuses on Roosevelt Island and in downtown Brooklyn, the new Institute for Data and Engineering Sciences at Columbia, and the New York Genome Center being built in Lower Manhattan. And in the years to come, they will advance scientific research and spin off countless innovations and medical advances and create thousands of new jobs. Now, our administration has been a catalyst in making them happen, and I'm proud to say that we're also helping two major New York institutions cement our city's leadership in areas that simply couldn't be more vital to our future: cancer research and treatment, and professional healthcare education. Today, we're announcing an agreement involving the City University of New York's Hunter College, a number of whose students are with us today, and one of the world's top medical research complexes, Memorial Sloan-Kettering Cancer Center. We've agreed to sell CUNY and Memorial Sloan-Kettering city-owned land located on 73rd Street near the FDR Drive, a site once occupied by a sanitation department garage that has been vacant since the garage was demolished in 2008. Now, both institutions will create major new facilities there. Building them will generate something like 3,200 construction jobs, and when they're completed, these facilities are expected to create 850 new permanent jobs. These new facilities will enhance New York's already first-rank standing in the areas of medical research, treatment, and learning, and they'll enable both Hunter College and Memorial Sloan-Kettering to carry out their life-saving missions in expanding state-of-the-art facilities in a beautiful location overlooking the East River. The city is selling the site on East 73rd Street for $215 million. And our research tells us that this is, in dollar value, easily one of the largest real estate transactions city government has ever been involved in. It was negotiated by the city's Economic Development Corporation, and I'd like to particularly note the efforts of EDC President Seth Pinsky and his team, who were instrumental in getting this complex set of transactions done. Here are the essentials of the plan, which in the months to come will go through the city's public land use review procedure. Memorial Sloan-Kettering intends to construct a cancer research and ambulatory care facility with some 750,000 square feet of space on the formerly city-owned site. The facility will focus on developing and delivering innovative outpatient cancer treatment, including bone marrow transplants. At the same site, CUNY will build a 336,000 square foot Science and Health Professionals Center for Hunter College. And this is going to be a major upgrade of Hunter College's currently outdated science and nursing facilities. It will create opportunities for cooperation in health sciences learning with Memorial Sloan-Kettering. It will also enable Hunter to consolidate the instruction it now provides at two widely separated locations: the Basic Science Facility on its main campus on East 68th Street, and the Hunter Bellevue School of Nursing located at Hunter's Brookdale campus on East 25th Street. That outdated facility, which Hunter inherited from Bellevue Hospital back in 1967, will be demolished. The site will be returned to the city for eventual future development, including replacement of the 73rd Street sanitation garage. And it's a project that we will work with local elected officials and the community to achieve. It will be subject to the city's public land use approval procedure as well. This is, in short, a hugely significant agreement, not just for the futures of Hunter College and Memorial Sloan-Kettering, but also for all New Yorkers. It will help position our city for leadership and job growth in the medical research and medical care industries that are vital components of our economy today. More than 400,000 people in the metropolitan area are employed in healthcare and medical research here, and these fields are not only going to grow more important in the future. So on that note, let me turn the floor over to the president of Memorial Sloan-Kettering Cancer Center, Dr. Craig Thompson.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This is a very important day for us at Memorial Sloan-Kettering, and it's an equally important day for the patients that we serve. It never could have happened without the hard work of Seth Pinsky, Iris Weinshall, John Doherty, Bob Steele, and Matt Goldstein. I also want to thank Jennifer Raab, the president of Hunter College. I'm looking forward to working with her as we move forward. This new outpatient facility is going to play a critically important role in Memorial Sloan-Kettering's cancer care delivery system. To serve our patients and their families best, we need outpatient space as close as possible to our main hospital. With the purchase of this property, we've achieved that goal. This new facility will help us better serve cancer patients and more rapidly bring new clinical insights into personalized therapies for each of our patients. For adult and pediatric patients, there will be new treatment options for the cancers of the blood, leukemia. Our bone marrow transplant program will be state-of-the-art with this new facility, and you're going to hear more about that in a few minutes from the leader of our bone marrow transplant service. The facility's patient-oriented physical design means our patients' experience will be as streamlined and as easy as possible. And because of its physical proximity to the hospital, there will be a seamless delivery of care and a cohesive collaboration between all of our departments in support of our patients. The ability to develop these additional treatment programs will make Memorial Sloan-Kettering's expertise available to more patients, improve clinical outcomes, and reduce the costs of providing high-quality cancer care. We also anticipate exciting collaboration with Hunter College's researchers and health science professionals. Hunter's School of Nursing will be relocating to the new complex, and we anticipate there will be synergies between our students and nurses. All of these interactions will be of enormous benefits to both of our institutions and for patients with cancer. We are fortunate to be living in a time of opportunities to bring new and more effective treatments to patients. This new opportunity to expand our clinical enterprise is going to touch many lives. It truly extends Memorial Sloan-Kettering's historic commitment to the control and eventual cure of cancer. We look forward in the coming months to working with community leaders, with city and state agencies to realize this extraordinary opportunity. I turn it back to the mayor.
Greg, thank you. Next, I'd like to ask Iris Weinshall, CUNY's Vice Chancellor for Facilities, Planning, Construction, and Management, to tell us a little bit about CUNY's role in this project. Iris?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and I'm pleased to be here this morning representing Chancellor Matthew Goldstein. Today marks the end of a long journey for CUNY and Hunter College, and the beginning of an exciting new one. Hunter College is one of our top-level research institutions. It needs and deserves modern and accessible science facilities. Working closely with President Jennifer Raab for more than a decade, the university has been trying to bring Hunter's science and health professions programs into modern, state-of-the-art facility close to the main campus at 68th Street and Lexington Avenue. Securing the necessary space in such a prime area was, to say the least, challenging. In 2005, when Chancellor Goldstein declared the beginning of the Decade of the Sciences at CUNY, the initiative gained welcome momentum. Over the years, more spaces were proposed, and explored, and more ideas offered than I have time to list. To his credit, Chancellor Goldstein never gave up and encouraged us to keep looking for a solution. Then, as it sometimes does happen, the perfect opportunity fell into our laps, a site at 525 East 73rd Street. In May of 2011, in response to an RFP from the City of New York's Economic Development Corporation, Memorial Sloan-Kettering reached out to CUNY to propose a singular partnership for two leaders in their respective fields to acquire the site together. Today, we celebrate this new partnership and the journey we will embark on together. It will be a magnificent project for the community, the city, the region, and beyond. The CUNY Memorial proposal to acquire the site at East 73rd Street includes more than 300,000 square feet for Hunter's College of Science and Health Professions. Hunter's premier nursing and physical therapy programs will move into the state-of-the-art space. Its top science researchers will have labs appropriate for cutting-edge, groundbreaking work they're doing in their fields. Students will no longer need to commute from Hunter's Brookdale campus on East 25th Street to the main campus, giving them less time in transit and more time to study and engage with one another and their community. The new space provides fantastic opportunities for Hunter students, and the partnership with Memorial Sloan-Kettering is also hugely exciting. Hunter's nurses and researchers will have the opportunity to develop new collaborations and expand on existing ones with Memorial Sloan-Kettering, an institution with an inspiring and crucial mission. There are so many people who helped to make this day possible, but I want to take a moment to acknowledge just a few. I want to thank Mayor Bloomberg for his vision and commitment to education and science research. Let me thank Chancellor Matthew Goldstein for his dedication and unwavering support to this project and the entire university. I would also like to thank President Raab and Hunter College for her great leadership and her staff for their collaboration and support on this project. For CUNY, this project is not just about a new building. It's also about economic development and creating new jobs in the science and health professions fields. I would also like to thank Seth Pinsky and his team at the New York Economic Development Corporation for their hard work, their persistence, and flexibility in helping to craft a deal that will enable both CUNY and Sloan-Kettering to reach new heights in education, research, and healthcare. And of course, I want to thank our great new partner, Memorial Sloan-Kettering. Specifically, John Gunn, the Executive Vice President and Chief Operating Officer, Mike Gutnick, and Ed Mahoney for their phenomenal team. And finally, let me extend a special thanks to the community with whom CUNY and Hunter have had a wonderful relationship over the years. We look forward to working with you on this project in the coming months. Thank you.
Iris, thank you. This project will also be a major step forward, as we all know, for Hunter College, and I'd like to ask the college president, Jennifer Raab, to comment on that. Jennifer?
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you so much, Mayor Bloomberg, for your leadership and your tremendous support for this transformative project between Hunter College and Memorial Sloan-Kettering. And I'm glad that the remainder of your term will not have me nudging you to help us find a science building anymore. Yeah, right. There may have been a compelling real estate reason, or you just didn't want to have me nag you anymore. And to Seth Pinsky and Bob Steele, thank you so much for all of your support. And to my fellow president, our colleague, our dear friend, Craig, we look forward to cohabitating in the future. I thank you also just to Memorial's Dick Beatty for all your support for this project as we went forward. And John Gunn, thank you for taking that crazy phone call from me a few years ago about this crazy real estate swap idea, because who knew would be here now. And of course, my greatest gratitude to our visionary chancellor, to our extraordinary Vice Chancellor Iris Weinshall, and for all of the people at CUNY who are making the chancellor's dream of the decade of science a reality. We at Hunter are so proud to be partnering with Memorial Sloan-Kettering, the world's foremost cancer and research treatment center. Our coming together is a testament to our history of fruitful collaboration and amazing science happening at both our wonderful institutions. More than ever, Hunter College is a science powerhouse. The achievements of our faculty have been acknowledged with record-breaking grants from the NIH, tens of millions of dollars annually, an extraordinary accomplishment for a public college without a medical school. And many of our most groundbreaking projects are collaborations with Memorial Sloan-Kettering, most notably a $3 million NSF grant to increase the number of scientists trained to use radio imaging to detect cancer. So many Hunter professors collaborate with Memorial scientists that we sometimes don't know which campus to find them on. Dr. Lynn Franisconi, our resident expert in radiochemistry, Dr. Ben Ortiz, who studies T-cell gene therapy, and Dr. David Foster, a leading expert in the biology of cancer cells. Lynn, Ben, and David are equally respected as scientists and mentors, and have sent many of their students on to postdocs and graduate programs at Memorial Sloan-Kettering. And these are not exceptions. Usually debates about the lack of minorities and women in science remind me of that Mark Twain quote, "Everyone talks about the weather, but nobody does anything about it." But at Hunter, we are doing something about it. We are creating pipelines for the next generations of women and minority scientists. Hunter's science faculty, one of the most diverse in the nation, are rightly celebrated for their long history of training record numbers of women, minorities, and other underrepresented groups to work in the sciences. They are role models for students of every background and provide opportunities that many students never imagined. It's no wonder that Hunter sends unprecedented numbers of minorities into graduate science programs and is still the only school in the world to have produced 2 women Nobel laureates in medicine. We wouldn't be surprised if Cindy Puente becomes the 3rd. Cindy is here with us today. Cindy grew up in Columbia, attended high school at Townsend Harris, but lacked the confidence to know that she could fulfill her dream of becoming a scientist. But thanks to her Hunter professors and a scholarship for minority science students, Cindy persevered. She conducted research in the lab of Hunter's scientist, Dr. Jill Barganetti, who's with us today too, one of our top female African-American biologists, and is now pursuing her PhD in cancer at Memorial. Thank you, Cindy, for being here. Amy Colon became a single mom when she was a student at John Jay. While working as a car dispatcher, she enrolled at Hunter, won a minority student scholarship, conducted research at Harvard, and went on to graduate school in astrophysics at UNC Chapel Hill with her young child in tow. And Amy's mentor, Hunter physics professor Stephen Greenbaum, is here today, won the White House Award for Science Mentoring for good reason. Aaron Delore, a member of Hunter's Black Male Initiative Program, won a Jonas Salk Scholarship, CUNY's highest honor for undergraduate science, before graduating in May. He couldn't be here today because he's studying for his PhD in biochemistry at UC San Francisco. Stories like these reaffirm Hunter as a place where the American dream really comes true. But our ability to keep making this dream come true for the next generation of scientists has been threatened by the physical limitations of Hunter's current science facility, which was built in 1939. The new building will ensure that Hunter science students and faculty get the world-class facilities they deserve. It also marks a new era for Hunter's legendary School of Nursing, which will now have a state-of-the-art building commensurate with its faculty and its students. Hunter has long supplied New York City with the best nursing force in the country. Now more than ever, nurses are at the forefront of healthcare. Studies prove that patients' mortality rates are directly related to the education of their nurses, and no nurses are better educated than Hunter nurses. By offering an outstanding education at an affordable price, Hunter has provided pathways to the nursing profession for countless minority, second career, and other non-traditional students, like 2010 graduate Fariel Bacchus, the child of Guyanese immigrants who interned at Memorial as an undergraduate and now works in its orthopedic neurosurgery department. And Fariel, we're happy to have you with us today, and your dad as well. Or another extraordinary Hunter alum, Wayne Quashie, an immigrant from Trinidad, who just won an Excellence in Nursing Award from his colleagues, where, of course, at Memorial Sloan-Kettering. Congratulations, Wayne. Fariel and Wayne, Cindy, and Dr. Jill Barganetti, her mentor, all members of both Hunter and the Sloan-Kettering family, represent what today's announcements is all about. While the new science building is a creative real estate deal and an innovative public-private partnership, that is not the soul of this project. At its core, this project is about creating the ability to expand the health and science partnerships between 2 extraordinary institutions. And though no concrete has been poured, the foundation has long been established with countless grants and path-breaking discoveries and many other critical projects on the horizon. For example, Hunter and Memorial are finalists for a $25 million NSF grant to create a new center for bionuclear sciences, a vital resource to improve cancer detection. We are deep at work to combat the city's shortage of qualified medical lab technicians by creating clinical internships and offering with Memorial a new certificate in cytotechnology. And we are working to expand one of our favorite partnerships by getting President Thompson to continue his role as Professor Thompson when he comes to Hunter to teach upper-level biology. In these and so many ways, we are breaking down the barriers separating disciplines and institutions that ultimately share a common goal: to improve the health and well-being of New Yorkers. Finally, the students at Hunter College that we are training as scientists and nurses and physical therapists will be able to work directly with each other and the other practitioners at Memorial to enhance the quality of healthcare for future generations. And I want to have a shout out to our great physical therapy program, which will also be located in this new building. And that will be a great enhancement to our partnership with the Hospital for Special Surgery, whose building that has just been approved for construction will be directly next door. And that's just another example of the strength of science and health partnerships on the Upper East Side. Another example is the renewal of the $50 million NIH grant for clinical translational science, which is run by Weill Cornell and of which Memorial and Hunter play a large part. It's the epitome of bench-to-bedside science. Then, of course, as the mayor mentioned, there's his visionary project to bring Cornell's new applied science project to Roosevelt Island. More proof of his vision to make the Upper East Side Research Corridor, already in the top tier of science and healthcare hubs in this country, even stronger. The Hunter Memorial Project will prove just as transformative. Mr. Mayor, on behalf of all the Hunter faculty and students who are here today, we express our deep gratitude for helping Hunter's great legacy of science and healthcare training flourish for generations to come. And to Dr. Thompson and our new Memorial family, we can't wait to move in. Thank you.
Jennifer, thank you. Don't I remember that Jonas Salk is a City College graduate?
That's right. It's all in the family.
Absolutely. As I mentioned, bone marrow transplants will be among the life-saving procedures carried out at this new facility. And to tell us just a little bit more about that, let me introduce Dr. Sergio Giralt, Chief of Adult Bone Marrow Transplant Services at Memorial Sloan-Kettering.
Good morning. Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. Dr. Thompson, thank you very much. And I think on behalf of the thousands and thousands of patients who will be able to use this facility, I thank you all. Just to show you how transformative this is, 40 years ago, transplant was a procedure that was performed all in the inpatient service. Patients were isolated from their families anywhere from 30 to 40 days. Over the last 10 years, more and more programs are performing transplants totally as outpatient procedures. This facility will be a state-of-the-art facility where not only patients will have all their transplant procedures performed as outpatient, but we actually think that this will be the anchor where we will start using homebound stem cell transplantation, where we will actually be reaching out to the patients at their home and minimize the amount of time they have to spend away from their families, away from the things they love and the people they love. We really are focused on minimizing the burden of treatment. This is not only for transplant patients, it's for all patients with blood cancers that currently in Memorial as well as other hospitals have to go to many buildings to receive their care. In this facility, we will incorporate state-of-the-art technology to make this visit a pleasant one, a fast one, and hopefully one that will get them back to their normal lives as soon as possible. Once again, on behalf of the patients, thank you to the city's leadership. Without them, this would not be possible.
Sergio, thank you. I should point out that Danny Klein, Director of Real Estate from the Department of Sanitation, is with us. Thank you for all of your help. And Seth, let me just echo everybody else's thoughts here. If it wasn't for you and EDC and Bob working together, a lot of this stuff, not just this, but a lot of things in the city, and people don't realize just how much impact and how long that impact is going to be felt in the city for everything you do. Yes, he does deserve a round of applause. Before taking questions, let me just summarize today's announcement for our Spanish-speaking New Yorkers. Vamos a crear nuevas instalaciones de investigación, educación y cuidado médico para crear más de 4,000 nuevos trabajos en el futuro, which means you can do it in Spanish a lot quicker than the last hour and a half.